In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make your controller not control your mouse in Windows Steam settings. If you've ever been frustrated with your controller's tendency to act like a mouse instead of doing what it's supposed to, you're in the right place. We'll walk through the straightforward process of adjusting your Steam settings to resolve this issue. First off, start by opening your Steam app. You can find it by either searching for it in your start menu, or if it's conveniently pinned, just clicking on the icon. Once you've got that open, the next thing you'll need to do is log in. If you're already logged in, great. If not, click on the login button and enter your account name and password. Once you've entered your credentials, proceed to sign in. Once you're on the Steam homepage, navigate to the upper left corner where you'll see the Steam menu. Click on it, which will open up a drop-down menu with various options. From this menu, select Settings. This is where we'll be making the necessary tweaks. In the Settings window, you'll want to direct your attention to the Controller section. Clicking on this will bring up options related to handling your controller inputs. Now, to ensure your controller doesn't interfere with your mouse settings, you'll need to disable Steam Input for Xbox controllers. This specific setting is what usually lets your controller mimic a mouse, and disabling it should rectify the issue. But what if this doesn't work? Don't worry, there's a secondary approach you can take. On the desktop layout, find the Edit option. Usually this is where you can customize the behavior of your input devices. Click on Edit and proceed to disable the controller. This should further ensure that your controller doesn't operate as a mouse. Before we wrap up, just a quick recap. Make sure you have logged into Steam, navigated to the settings through the Steam menu, and adjusted the controller settings specifically to disable the Steam Input for Xbox controllers, or use the desktop layout edit option as a backup. And there you have it. By following these simple steps, you should now have a controller that behaves as it's supposed to without the added mouse-like antics. Troubleshooting such issues can sometimes feel a bit daunting, but remembering these straightforward steps can save you a lot of frustration down the line. Thanks for watching, and I hope this guide has been helpful in getting your setup just right.